right, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
I want to first of all give Gino and his team a lot of credit. That wasn't a 7 seed. They've been an absolute beast of a team the last 3 weeks or so, and he had those guys humming. Man, they were playing desperate. He had so much respect for the way they turned it around, and so I give him a bunch of credit. But we're very, very, very pleased and fortunate. I want to give praise and glory to God. We give him the glory for these achievements. And Rain Smith here is an absolute beast. That 3 in transition off of a steal, I can't believe there would be a bigger shot maybe in the history of our conference. I know I'm embellishing a little bit, but that's how I feel. I mean, that takes some you-know-whats to do that. And he's just been big game Rain for us ever since he got to campus. But just blessed to coach this team, very fortunate to advance and have an opportunity to represent our institution in the national tournament.
If you have questions in the room, please raise your hand, and Hunter will get you the microphone. Second row.
Rain, congrats on the win. Just going back to that moment the coach was talking about, that steal. You get the ball, and you guys are up, and yet you decide to shoot that 3 anyway. What was going through your head in that moment?
Probably the beauty of it was nothing was going through my head, really. It was just kept sawing him to keep backing up, and I've practiced transition threes off the dribble every day. So it was kind of something that I just didn't overcomplicate. I saw him back up and just kind of step into it with rhythm, and just fortunate enough to knock it down. But, I mean, it's something that you don't really think of in the moment. You just kind of shoot it and hope it goes in.
Dave.
Dave Preston, WTOP in Washington. Question for Rain and Coach. You guys were really getting things going from 3 in the second half. What were you able to take advantage of? What got that spark?
Just playing together. I think first half we were all a little on edge a little bit. I feel like just championship. You're nervous and everything, and I think just went to the locker room and just kind of relaxed and play of how we got there in the first place, and that's kind of what we focused on, and then you just kind of find those open threes and things like that.
And, Coach, you guys dodge a bullet going scoreless for the final 5:01 of regulation. What was it like to be able to bounce back from something like that?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that long, but actually it probably seemed like 2 weeks. That was a championship caliber team we played. I told you, so impressed with where they were at the end of the season. And we knew that they weren't going to lay down. We knew they were going to make a run, and they did. They made some big-time plays, and we're getting a lot of stops. So got to credit Stony Brook for the way they defended us. But we regrouped in the huddle going into overtime. Such great leadership on our team. So many times in moments like that, a lot of the things are fixed before I even get in the huddle. And when your team's player-led, like our team is player-led, you have something special.
Andrew.
Pat, I know the R City brand is for Charleston, but are you thinking about expanding the territory to D.C.?
Our district?
Yeah.
Hey, our district. Like it.
And back to Matt.
Matt Truckinelli from Herb FM Sports Radio. Just talk about you guys with the first 6 minutes of the second half. You outscored Stony Brook 14-4, and how important was that?
Obviously, it's really important. You want to come out of any half with good energy, and I think we did a really good job of that and kind of maintain that energy and effort, knowing that we needed to pick it up after playing in the first half. And I think it's always nice just getting good looks and playing together as a team, and kind of just found the ball going in a little bit more.
Coach Tyler Stevenson-Moore had 26 points tonight. You knew he was going to be a focal point for their offense. What was the game plan going in, and how do you feel the team did in executing that?
There was a while there I thought he was going to have 50, and he's a fifth-year senior. He's a very, very talented offensive player. You could just sense not only him but his team was playing with such desperation here recently. You could see it. You could see it when you're watching him in person. You could see it on tape. There was just a mojo and a belief, and he had it. You could just tell he had his game going, and he's hard to guard. He's a very, very good one-on-one player. I say guys like that are always open because he jumps about 400 feet in the air before he releases his jump shot. But very good player.
In front to Brian.
Rain, what does it mean to you to repeat as a champ? Because it doesn't happen every day in this conference. So what are you thinking?
I mean, it's hard to put into words kind of what it is. There's like so much work behind the scenes, and when coaches are tough on you, that you got good days, bad days, and at the end it just kind of makes everything worth it, and you kind of understand why the coaches might get on you about some little things. And just, I mean, it's awesome that the guys have been able to kind of get together after a little rough start to the season and kind of just find our groove and just stay with the process and understand that we had a bigger goal in mind. And I mean, it's unbelievable feeling to be able to go back to back.
Andrew, and then Dave.
Pat, you talked about the expectations from because of what last year's team did, but talk about this team's, dealing with those expectations and finding their identity and then getting to where they are tonight.
That's a story right there. Everything you said is exactly right. I'm probably embellishing here too, but last year's team sort of electrified the city. And cut down nets, went to the national tournament, and we have 3 returners that played minutes last year, and there were a lot of challenges. Then all of a sudden the preseason rankings come out, and somehow we're picked number 1 with 3 returning players, and it's like, okay. So there's usually a bullseye on your back when you wear a Charleston uniform in this conference, and that's what these guys sign up for, and that's what you want. Stubbed our toe early. It took a little bit of time to get our momentum, get our rhythm, and I mentioned being player-led, and when that really started happening on our team is when we really, really took off.
Dave, last one.
Expanding on having the bullseye, having the target, you guys were the hunted from the get-go
Right.
this season. What's it say about the character of this team?
Yeah,
Not just
I
in
get-
the 18 games, but the last 3 nights.
Yeah, I guess I should have finished Andrew's question. The way that these guys dealt with that and the season they had, they can finally say, all right, quit talking about last year's team. And I'm going to say the same thing. This team right here that's sitting over in that locker room right now is special. And they've made their mark on this university, on our city, in this conference, and we're excited to go represent this conference in the national tournament.
All right, congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen. Best of luck.
Thank you.